everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on...
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Houston Texans, and when you discuss their quarterback position looking ahead to 2018, we know they're going to be so thrilled to have Deshaun Watson back out there. Had the injury this last year. You had Tom Savage, T.J. Yates just helping to keep that seat warm.
And they're going to get Watson back, and remember, he did not start the season opener last year, but came in the second half. And after that performance, we all wondered why he didn't start the opener. And he was having truly an offensive rookie of the year season before he got injured. And he gave that team a lot of hope. They believe in Deshaun Watson. He's truly their future.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
With DeAndre Hopkins, I think anyone who's calling plays for him has zero limitations. And what I mean by that is he's a guy you can move outside, you can move him inside, play him on the left side, on the right side. It doesn't matter. Some guys, they have to have the ball in a certain spot. Not Hopkins. Long, short, intermediate. He just wants the football. And then after that, he usually does some pretty good damage with run after catch.
Let's go! On second down, here's Miller. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back to throw, Watson. A quick hitter, complete. It's Fuller. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Four yards remaining now on second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Here are the starters on defense for the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
How about a quick look back at 2017 and how they got to the Super Bowl? The defensive side contributed greatly. Fletcher Cox, a defensive tackle. Malcolm Jenkins at safety. Brandon Graham, defensive end. They were established guys, but they picked up Chris Long last year in free agency. How about Jalen Mills emerging at cornerback? Traded for Ronald Darby, and Nigel Bradham stepped in when Jordan Hicks got hurt and really did a bang-up job in the middle.
From the gun on third, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
To throw on second is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Offense trotting onto the field for the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. At some point in this quarterback position, Charles, obviously they'll look forward to 2018, hoping to get Wentz back fully healthy, but Nick Foles did good in his absence.
Boy, did he ever, and he made it a discussion point about who should be the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Despite what Nick Foles did, Carson Wentz, when healthy, takes over that job again. He would have been probably the MVP of the league if he hadn't gotten hurt late in the 2017 season.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Working from the gun, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jonathan Joseph is that wily veteran that you want on your team at all times. He's great in the locker room, fantastic on the field. And if you're a young guy, just watch how he prepares. What is he doing to combat old age? Pilates and yoga. That's extending his career, making him more flexible, and still that guy who can go out there and cover the elite receivers in the NFL.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard around the 37. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now that play was doomed right from the start. He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll run it again with Miller. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 28. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. To throw is Watson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing again is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 3-all the score. And we're back to Philadelphia after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 50, it's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and he finds his man Griffin. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On second down, here's Watson. And that is incomplete here.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Let's go. 38.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters, losing the all-world left tackle? And how will Avate Vaitai, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
This is Ajayi. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. But no touchdowns. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
2nd down following the run. Now they'll throw it. Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Works over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So now it's 1st and goal. once again. This will be caught at about the 6. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Watson now to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson, and avoids the contact by sliding. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Let's go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Let's go.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Eagles are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more stops.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, Wentz. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big gain of 31 on third down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing, you know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie, and the NFL is just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They begin with a run by Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
For that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. And he's got Miller. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Here's Watson, option left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Here's Watson. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And here comes the Texans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On second down, here's Watson. And he's got some space here. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Texans on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They keep it with Miller on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the 50, it's Watson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Texans on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Shane Leckler now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10. Here's Wentz. And some room to maneuver. That one goes for 36 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
They run with Ajayi. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back. Everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And out now come the Eagles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On first down, Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Now Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson caught here by Griffin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he is knocked down from the side. Right there at the 43. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. Again, it's Miller. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wentz now on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On second down, here's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Fresh set of downs here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. He'll look to throw. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw is Wentz. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. Back to throw, Wentz. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Now Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. 3rd down here. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Aguilar has it. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Wentz now on 1st down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. play action. Now Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney merciless. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Working from the gun. Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First throw in OT for Watson. Caught. It's Ellington. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away. Down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime, then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.